Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy King James here, and I'm back with another SMG video. Now, I just did the PPSH and the AK-47U, but what about some really up-close, in-your-face SMGs? Well, the Modern Warfare MP5 is awesome for that, and so is the OTS-9, which I'm going to cover next. But I want to talk about the Modern Warfare MP5, and as your grandfather probably said, it's an oldie but a goodie. It really works well. It always worked well back when we played all Modern Warfare, but now it still works really awesome. It has a really fast time to kill up close, but there are a couple of downsides that go along with that up close time to kill. So let me show you what I got for you right now.
Oh man, shit, I couldn't hear shit.
I got a plate box.
He was mad.
Where the hell did I?
God damn, man.
So if you've been watching any of my recent SMG videos, I've used this graph a couple of times, and you're going to notice that I have the Modern Warfare MP5 and the Modern Warfare AUG on here. And the Modern Warfare MP5 is the light blue. As you can see, nothing beats it of all the viable guns. Now, there's a couple guns that actually are faster time to kill, like the Fennec, but they have their own downsides and they're not viable, which is why nobody uses them. However, for the viable guns, especially Warzone and, Verdansk and Rebirth, the Modern Warfare MP5, nothing touches it up close. Now, before everybody goes, well, how about the Modern Warfare AUG that I know some people have suggested? It actually isn't as good as the Modern Warfare MP5. Now, it's got a bit more effective damage range, out to 13 meters versus 10, but technically, the Modern Warfare MP5 has a faster time to kill up close. So if you're doing that really aggressive push up close, the Modern Warfare MP5 is king right now for time to kill. And compared to some of the other guns, it's way ahead of them in terms of the time to kill. Like the PPSH, which I covered and I loved, just doesn't compete. Look at 630 milliseconds versus 530. That's 100 milliseconds. That's actually a pretty long time. That's almost a 20% reduction in the time to kill for one versus the other. So that's a big deal. So this gun hits really hard, but there are one or two problems. And this is what I'm talking about. So for the Modern Warfare MP5, it's got a decent rate of fire. The ADS speed is pretty good. The sprint to fire is a little slower than the other ones, and the tactical sprint to fire is a lot slower than the other SMGs. Movement speed, it's not the worst. I mean, the AUG is the worst, but it's not sort of in the fives like the PPSH and the OTS-9. But where it really gets a little dicey is when you get to the reload time and the mag size. 45 bullets is the largest mag you can get, and the reload time is 2.8 seconds. So it's sort of like running an LMG, if you will. With an LMG, you got to be shooting and you have to plan your reloads. You got to hide, have somewhere for that 8-second reload. So for an SMG, 2.8 seconds might as well be 8 seconds. Because if you're ever reloading mid-battle, the OTS-9 with a 1.68 second reload time is going to smoke you. It doesn't matter that it's only got 40 bullets. He can reload faster. Just a couple of jumps around, you're not hitting him, boom, and he's reloaded and kills you. So the Modern Warfare MP5, the trade-off for that crazy fast time to kill is the smaller mag and the slower reload time. However, you can make up for that with some good gameplay. And this is what I'm talking about. When you have guys around you, you can easily get two guys down with this gun because it's pretty strong. You can melt one guy and melt the other one and still have some ammo left over. I think I had one bullet there, but there was a couple other times when I got 2 kills with it. And, run right in here. And I think there's this one guy in the corner, right? You can run right in and be crazy aggressive with this gun. That's why it works so good, because of that fast time to kill, and it's easy to use. So you can definitely shoot it further away as well. And look at this guy hiding, and no problem getting him down. So you can use the range that it has. However, you're definitely going to be able to use this thing really aggressively up close. And this is what I'm talking about. Check this out right here. Just jump in, boom, flatten this guy. No problem with that because it's so good. Jump off the railing, take this guy out. Again, we had an equal time to start shooting at me as I had at him, and I won. Right here, jump over, and look at that, just right into his face and melting him. It is crazy strong up close, and that's where the MP5 really shines. If you want to try really aggressive gameplay and you're looking for a gun that's really going to make that a lot easier than, say, some of the other ones that are out there, the MP5 is really good. because it has a really awesome time to kill. It has really nice iron sights, and it's pretty damn easy to use. It doesn't have a lot of recoil, and it's pretty easy to control. I'm going to show you the recoil here in a second so you can see what I'm talking about. But in terms of usability and being able to play aggressive, it really works amazing for that. You want to give it a try if you're looking to try that type of gameplay. So for the recoil, I wanted to try both the Modern Warfare and the Cold War MP5. So I'm going to shoot the Cold War MP5 first here and check it out. I just shoot it up the wall and it goes up really fast, got a ton of recoil in the beginning, and then it basically stops dead. And that actually makes it a little hard for me to control because I end up pulling down really hard, and then as soon as that recoil goes away, I end up pulling way down, then you have to let it go. Where the Modern Warfare MP5, it just sort of has a consistent light, you know, side to side and a little bit of vertical recoil. But when you're controlling it, it's much more consistent. So if you're aiming for head, neck, that upper chest area, which is where you always want to be shooting, look at the difference in the spray patterns. Look how big this is compared to how small this is and how clustered they are. So if you're trying to get those shots in the right area, the Modern Warfare MP5 is going to be a lot easier for that. So I've been carrying my Modern Warfare MP5 with the Cold War AK-47, which is an amazing gun. I'm going to link it right here. You need to go and check it out. If you haven't tried it, you're going to want to try it out. It's really solid. But we're here for the MP5. Let me show you my loadout. But just before I do that, I want to say thank you to everybody who's recently subbed to the channel and is here watching my videos. I really appreciate all that love and support. Really and truly, guys, thank you. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, consider subscribing because it really does help small content creators like myself. And I'd love to have you back and commenting on my videos and become a regular part of our community here. So consider subscribing. All right, let me show you my build. All right, so I'm rolling with just the base MP5 and I've got the gold camo unlocked for it. Now, for the first thing we're going to do is a barrel. And this barrel is interesting because it's got a monolithic integral suppressor. So you only need a barrel. You don't have to pick a suppressor, and you can get this because it gives you sound suppression and bullet velocity. And you can see here the muzzle is blocked, so it saves you an attachment. Now for the laser, definitely running the TAC laser on this, and the TAC laser gives you ADS speed, aiming stability, which, you know, is okay, I guess, and aim walking steadiness, which doesn't really help. But the ADS speed that it does give you is really key to what makes this gun so good to use. Now for a stock, the F-TAC's collapsible. Again, movement speed and more ADS speed. So this is going to make this gun move and like pop real fast when you're trying to ADS with it. Now for an underbarrel, I'm running the Merc 4 grip because it gives you recoil control, which you really need on this gun, and it does give you some hipfire accuracy. And there are times when you're up close, if you're doing that really aggressive play, where you got to hipfire. If somebody's so close to you, you got to let the ADS go so you can, you know, get your view back and not have it be so small, and that'll give you that hipfire accuracy so you're not missing your shots. Now for the magazine, you really got two options here, and I tried them both. You've got the normal 45 round mag, which works great and gives you lots of ammo. But if you want a little bit more damage and more range, but at the cost of 15 bullets, you can definitely run the 10mm auto 30 round mag. And the thing about this is you can see here the extra accuracy, damage, and range it gives you. However, it does lower your fire rate a little bit and lowers the recoil control. However, you can make up for it with all that damage. And if you're hip firing this thing and playing really up close with it, you can definitely run that mag and be successful. I used both, so tell me which one you think is better in the comments. I tried both the 45 and the 30, and I found I was good with both of them. So I can't really tell if the damage and range was helping or not, and I didn't feel hindered by the 30 round, although you got to make sure you're planning your engagements because in quads, it's pretty hard to play with a 30 round mag, so you got to make sure you're reloading often and, you know, you're not sort of caught without ammo. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, which one you're using. And I'm telling you, give this gun a try. If you want to try out some really aggressive gameplay and getting right in guys' faces, this will absolutely work. And you can challenge shotguns with this gun, no problem. Anyways, guys, give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you're using for an SMG, or if there's something else you guys want me to cover, or did I miss one that you think probably is one of the aggressive ones that would fit into this meta? Let me know what it is, because, you know, I don't always know every gun to try. So if there's something out there that's really working for you guys, hit me up in the comment section down below. I love trying new things, and I try and read and respond to all of my comments. So hit me up and let me know what you got. I've got some other videos coming out this week. I mentioned it before, so I'm going to do the OTS 9 later this week, and then probably on Saturday I'm going to try and drop a video comparing all of these recent SMGs I've tested and see if I can pick which one in maybe a couple of different categories. So stay tuned for that. It should be interesting. I have no idea how that's going to go even after having used all the guns, so I'll have to look at them on a whole bunch of different metas. So anyway, should be interesting for that. So make sure you're subbed to the channel so you can check that out and check out the OTS 9. Make sure you got notifications on so you know when I post a new video. And if you got any questions or anything you want me to try, as I said, leave it down in the comment. If I use your comment, I'll give you, you know, credit in my next video if I use your idea. And always, guys, if you don't see me in Warzone, if you don't see me in multiplayer, it's only a matter of time, baby. King James out.